This is Sound Off 60.
I want to make sure that the best team is the champion.
Yeah.
I want to play,
and that's key.
If that tournament comes up with this is the best team, I'm for that.
Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show.
With me?
Hey.
Without me? All
That
right.
might be the dumbest argument we've ever had.
You
I like
are
the way he
most
does that.
idiotic imbecile if you thought that argument did not have merit.
Look.
Did not.
All right,
McCarron.
So you're talking about my LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
But you put
With me? Without me?
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
1 month is never long enough away from these guys. 1 month.
I second that
See, it's
motion.
always about him. See, that's the thing.
I'm the one under most pressure.
This
What
is
are you
the
talking
type of
about?
greeting we get after 20 years of being together.
That's a good scene.
That's
nice,
it?
Nice segue. Love you guys. Nice segue.
One
Always,
month off,
always.
I don't know if we'd have made 20 years. So.
Very good point as well. We need that month off to continue this
Yeah,
little
yeah, it
circus
is. It's
that we
good.
call Sound Off 60. By the way, I think we mentioned it before we took our July hiatus.
Yeah.
This is officially starting our 20th broadcast year.
Unbelievable.
We started this regional adventure in 1995. I really had to dig in the archives to find that date, by the way. So this would be, am I doing the math right, newspaper boy? 95, and our broadcast year goes into 2015.
Yes,
that would
it
be
does.
our 20th year.
Unbelievable.
If you say so.
Yeah, if I say so. I'm doggone it, I'm saying so, okay? We're back again. Glad
What
to
does
have
that mean?
Yes,
What?
we are.
What does that mean?
Well, it's always big, you know, in media, it's always big to reach that
20 years. That's
20-year
a
milestone.
that's.
I think we may have surpassed MASH. Remember old MASH?
I remember MASH.
I think MASH might have been on for 19, maybe 20.
Yeah.
I don't
no,
know.
it wasn't. Not that long.
MASH? Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm
MASH
talking
was
about
on
the
for a
length
while.
of
Yeah,
the
the length.
TV show.
No, but I still don't think no TV show lasted that long. I mean,
Oh,
no
yeah.
comedy.
Oh, yeah, 60 Minutes.
You
has
gotta
been
watch
on for
more
a while.
MASH,
that's different.
Scooter.
Why are you dragging me into that?
Yeah.
I don't-
All right, let's move.
It's an important milestone.
Look.
That's what we're talking about. All right, guys. Strap up your cleats, your boots. I mean, get ready. I mean, we've been off for about 4 weeks. We got a
Yeah.
lot going on.
Lot to
so
talk
we're
about.
We're gonna have to pop and run. Let me tell you who's coming up on the show. In the very next segment, we're gonna hopscotch around with a lot of
Yeah.
football. But Cowboys head coach Matt Viator is coming up next.
I think he
We'll
left.
do it.
I think he left. He got mad at us.
You got
He
mad
left.
at us
Yeah.
already? We haven't
No,
even been on the
no.
air
Matt
yet.
wouldn't do that. Matt wouldn't do
I'm
that.
kidding. He didn't
Matt-
leave.
He
Matt's
hasn't
too
even
nice a guy.
criticized his quarterbacks yet. How can he? Lord
Oh, we
knows.
know where that's going. All
We know
right.
that is coming.
Okay, yeah, it is.
You haven't even seen this
I
quarterback.
haven't.
And you're already
But
criticizing.
I mean, Matt's going to have some
But
good
he's
points
a
that we can
mobile
bring up and talk
quarterback.
about.
Kevin
And
Love.
that's
Oh,
key.
he'll love that.
And that's key. You can do a lot with the mobile quarterback.
You got me.
We know
Me
that.
sidetracked again. Viator is coming up in the next
Yes.
segment. He'll be with us for like 2 segments to advance
Good.
training camp, which starts on Friday, and advance the 2014 season. Tournament of Stars founder, director extraordinaire Harry
Yeah.
Reynolds will join us later on in the show. The Tournament of Stars, all that basketball and all that activity starts up this weekend.
Yes,
and
it
you know,
does.
there is a subplot, and it has to deal with a current NBA guy when it comes to exhibition basketball and things like that. We'll get into that a little bit with Harold and get his opinion. Everybody has probably seen the Paul George injury and all that stuff.
Unbelievable.
Horrific. We'll get into that
Unbelievable,
later
man.
on in the show. But it's time for football. We're going to kick it off
As
officially
always.
because training camps in the NFL has already started, and now we're getting ready for college. LSU, we know about McNeese. We got Viator coming up. LSU, give us the lowdown quickly.
Come on, Scooter.
It starts
What's going
today,
on in
tomorrow,
Tiger Town?
what? Yeah,
What's going
come on.
on?
Get us
I wanna
updated,
know.
man.
They started practice today.
Today.
They started today.
Which
And
is
guess
Monday.
what? They've had a whole practice and still hadn't decided who the quarterback is.
And just one.
They got no idea what they're doing. over
No
there.
idea.
No
Just
idea.
one practice and no idea who's going to be the quarterback.
I mean, really.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you would think after.
What
a
are they
practice,
doing down in
would
Tiger
know
Town, man? What are they
who the
doing?
quarterback is.
Let's see. If I recall, you had Jennings, you had Harris,
I had Harris.
and I got a leg on both sides of the
I had
fence.
Harris.
So we're
I
split
did
down
have
the
Harris.
middle here.
I
So
don't, well, let's. Assuming they ever do announce the starter,
Yeah.
let's don't write it in stone.
Oh,
Here's
I
the
will.
way
Exactly.
that's going to play out.
No,
That's
you're
the
right.
way it's going to play out. The Monday press luncheon before the opener against Wisconsin,
Right.
they pass out the depth chart. Quarterback is going to say
Blank, blank.
Anthony Jennings or Brandon Harris.
Okay.
Which means you'll know when the first snap is taken.
Yeah, when he trots out.
But it still doesn't mean anything. They're both super, super young.
They are.
Whoever is the starter is going to struggle at some point, probably in the Wisconsin game.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're going to have to let the other guy play.
They will. You know that's going to happen.
It will be mid-season before it is, if then, before it's you walk.
Some of the belief, Kevin, through his and you and Hobbs know the Miles protocol a lot better than me. Maybe the popular thinking is whatever he does in regards to Wisconsin, we'll play it safe, go with Jennings,
I don't know. Well,
go with Jennings and then see where, like you said, see where it falls. He's going to play it safe.
But I mean, I don't. But if you mean playing it safe with quarterback play, I don't know if
No. I'm just saying to trot out somebody. He's got to trot somebody out as a starter.
Line up and run the ball.
No.
And honestly, I don't think that Miles is going to put a kid out there like Jennings to make a mistake to say, I have to replace you. I don't think that's his key thinking in what he's doing. He wants to find somebody who's going to have some chemistry, some continuity with that offense to say, can we move forward with this guy knowing that he knows the offense, he knows the players. That's what's going to be key. Like Scooter said, both guys are exceptional. And I've got a little hand on Harris. I don't know why, but I see more in him than I do Jennings. I don't know why. He's more mobile. He has the presence of a kid that's being so young.
You are basing this on a spring game.
No, I based this on.
You're smarter than that.
I based this on when he went down to Florida and played in the Under Armour game. That impressed me.
An all-star game. That's
an all-star game. But Scooter, to have a week to pick up on something and play as well as you did, I think that's key.
Okay.
Let me jump in here before we shift gears.
Hey, y'all are missing the new subplot since we last convened.
I think I was about to maybe just say it, but go ahead.
Third-string quarterback.
Yes, Foster.
Jared Foster from Barb.
We knew that.
Can he be in the mix at all?
I don't think they're looking for him to start, but
can he put a little pressure on him?
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But it does make sense. He is an athletic guy. You know, he's not a straight drop back guy. You know, if it came to it and he had to play, you know, he has that kind of athleticism.
I wouldn't cross him off that list. I would not. But all right, guys, black and gold New Orleans. We'll talk more about Saints training camp a little bit later on after we do Matt Viator and the Cowboys. Look, it's still early. St. Louis is looming with the first exhibition game on Friday of this week. Look, one of the things no injuries, not that I know of as of early in the week. No serious injury. Now, some teams have had some serious injuries. But they've been able to avoid that. And lo and behold, they're in Greenbrier Resort and Spa.
I want to go cover that training.
I'm telling you.
What's that all about, huh?
I'm telling you. The mountains of West Virginia.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's about 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Go for 3 days. Do 3 days.
No, I mean,
instead of 2 a day, get 3 a day.
It's funny. I ran into Nate Livings here at Lauberge.
Having just got back from Pebble Beach.
Really. We'll talk about that later on in the show. Nate was talking about, ran into him, said, hey, Rick, I watched a little ESPN training camp. Don't miss it, work the lick. But you brought it up. I remember covering the Saints down in Vero Beach and even the Buccaneers with Ray Perkins. I remember 3 a days.
No,
they don't do 3 a days anymore.
No, they don't. No
more 3 a days.
That's
long gone.
Colleges hardly do 2 a day.
I know.
And you do maybe just 1 a pads. I mean, it's cut back tremendously. I remember it was when you did 2 a days. It was both full pads both days.
Oh yeah.
I mean, both days.
But y'all were tougher, Kevin.
Whatever.
They were tough. Yeah, they're tough. The old days, if you will. All right, up against that.
No water.
None.
No water.
Dirt on the field.
None.
We're up against our first break.
It was bad.
Blue and gold, McNeese Cowboys 2014. The inside story, the entire story coming up with head coach Matt Viator when we come back and return to Lauberge Casino at Jack Daniels in about 2.5. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Miller invented light beer, the original 96-calorie Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom. which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer. And you're welcome.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our two stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own. For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Before we get in with Matt Viator, talk about the McNeese Cowboys 2014, you'll notice we got a little different backdrop. We don't have all the flat. Yeah, we got the big barrels behind us, okay? Yeah. So
we may be in the truck next week.
Or if you come up with an idiotic question for the head coach, he may reach around and tip one of those barrels on your head.
Matt, no, I've got just one question. That's going to be about the quarterback. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, no, Matt, mark him down. He gets one question.
I didn't say just one. I said it won't be about the quarterback.
All right, Matt Viator, we welcome you again to the ushering in our new broadcast, your 20th, by the way. We've been bothering you for at least 10 of those 20 years to come on the show.
I came on when I was a sulfur.
Okay, we've been bugging you for 20 years, probably. Yeah. All right. Let's get on it. We got a lot to cover with Matt Viator and the 2014 edition of the Cowboys. One of the things that I know we covered, I know you and I have talked about it, one of the, I think the subplots, I don't think it's a big subplot, is the amount of new faces and transfers. I know you got some redshirt freshmen running around and maybe some true freshmen coming in, but you got these transfers. So it's going to be an interesting camp with all these new guys.
Yeah, I think so, but well, 3 of the 6 were already here. I mean, so they went through spring ball. So it's not like, but yeah, I mean, with Daniel Sams, Antoine, and Skinner, I mean, coming in and basically in May, I mean, that'll be new. But then again, with the the way football is now, they've been here all summer. So it's not like they're brand new. I mean, they've been around and stuff. So it will be interesting.
This is more philosophical.
Okay.
Let's say you have a position where you think there's a good battle or a big question mark, either one, for any position. When you go through August, what are you looking for to differentiate between two people that say going into camp, you have no idea you don't even have a hunch who's going to win this job. What are you looking for through those 3 weeks?
Well, obviously it's not an exact science in doing that, but I don't know. I always look for consistency. I think guys that can do it day in and day out. The other thing that I like to see is a kid that has the most confidence in what they're doing. They both are talented, but who's really confident in what they're doing and stuff. I think that translates more times than not, but that's why you end up changing people week 2, week 3, week 4, if it was that exact. But I think that's the main thing. The camp is lengthy, and you're looking for people that can you know, the old adage or whatever, it's not how good you are, it's how long you can be good.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what you're looking for.
Would that change at all with the quarterback position as opposed to others?
You know, that's going to be a tricky deal. The fact that, you know, we have a guy that wasn't here this spring, which we kind of did it in 2010 with Jacob Bauer. You know, we kind of went through the same, but at the time we only had freshman quarterbacks, and I mean we have a couple guys that have been here a while. So, but you know, I think the big thing is going to be dividing the reps up, and you know, getting everybody equal amount of reps, and then trying to sooner than later make a decision on a couple guys and get them the majority of reps, and then move forward.
Man, I guess to follow up a little bit on what Scooter was talking about when he talked about the quarterback position. I mean,
make it good, Kevin. This is it for you, ready?
You know, having Sam's, what does that do to your playbook? What does that do to your play calling? Having a guy so athletic, what are some of the points, Matt, and I guess some of the advantages that you could possibly use in having someone like him?
Well, I mean, the fact that that he'll be more of a dual threat than what we've had and stuff, and we got to make sure that if he is the guy, that we utilize that, and I think we can. I mean, we've been doing it, you know, with the schemes and stuff. I mean, they're there, just a matter of you know, blocking the guy or reading the guy, pretty much, you know, and so you know, we'll have to see, but we have to make sure that that we have enough to where it's competitive, you know, for whatever, and then once we kind of settle on a guy or two, then make sure that we zero in things just for them. And we've done that. I mean, it's not like, you know, the last few years we've catered to Cody. When Derek was here, we catered to Derek. So I mean, we're going to cater to, you know, I've always kind of tinkered with quarterbacks anyway, so that's where it's going to start. There's no doubt. So,
I agree with you.
Yeah, Matt Viator, head coach of the Metney's Cowboys, has joined us here. First show back after our July summer hiatus. Let's continue with the quarterback situation, because you know how we are with quarterbacks, okay? Critical, it's going to be critical this year. You have made some comments in regards to you won't shy away from the possibility of a two quarterback type of system. Expound on that a little bit.
Well, I mean, I think that gives us the best chance to win if we do as a staff, but I guess, you know, we've done it in years past, and then I'm questioning when we don't do it. But I always kind of liked it and really enjoyed it when it was Derek Faroux and Mark Fontenot. One of them's a runner like Derek and does things, and Mark is a straight drop back passer. I like it when they're different. When they're the same guy, you know, like last year, we did it early in the season to give Tyler some experience. But if you're trying to do it or whatever, and that's going to be part of your deal, I like it when the two guys are different. Because I think that now can put some pressure on the defense. When the two guys are the same, you know, it's kind of, you know.
Going back, you kind of, it was short-lived, but Riley Dodge and Cody Stroud.
No doubt, and we were doing it.
The most recent example.
Absolutely, and we did it against Kansas. And we played both of them and had some success in the game offensively, and then, of course, Riley ended up getting hurt. So we just haven't really been in that type of situation, but if that's what we get in, we do it in a heartbeat. And then, you know, last year we didn't do it because I wanted to throw the ball more and do things more, but the two previous years, we really did it with Darius Carey. We just called it Wildcat. Everybody did. But, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, you just have a guy in there now that can do some different things. I thought it was a great change of pace. We just, last year with Spencer was the only guy we had, and he was our returner, and he was our everything. I didn't want to expose him to that, too.
Yeah, let me interrupt. I know Hobbs is biting at the bit. You mentioned to me, and you mentioned earlier, you've had Daniel Sams around as a so-called newcomer. So you've gotten to discuss some things a couple of times a week, or however time you have him, in regards to terminology, playbooks, and schemes, and also maybe see where he is with his football IQ and how it's going to match up.
The only thing we really haven't seen with Daniel is because he had surgery on his hand. He actually got hurt during spring at Kansas State and had the surgery, so he wasn't even released to throw till the last week. Matter of fact, I watched him from my window today because he was out there throwing with some of the guys, but we were able to meet, and I think he has a really good knowledge of the offense, you know, knowing it on the board and listening to it and applying it on the field, two totally different things. So we'll see where he is come Friday.
What do you look for with freshmen that come in? You know, how do you evaluate which ones might have stars in their eyes and which ones can be stars?
That's a tough deal too, and you know, when somebody figures out that exact science, you don't want to know it. But you know, I always pick at the coaches. You know, some of those guys kind of come in and you know, they're a little starry-eyed from what you can just kind of tell, and then some of them come in what I call it that where they at look. You know, I mean, they come in and they looking around and, you know, and show me where they at, coach. And, you know, so I don't know. It's kind of, you know, it's touch and go. But I've seen some kids, you know, actually as camp goes, become more confident in what they're doing as well. The big advantage we have now is that, you know, those kids come in the 1st of June. So, you know, a lot of it, hopefully a lot of the stars leave and, you know, and they're more acclimated to their surroundings than what we used to.
Are the cliches true that there's some positions that it's easier for a freshman?
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any question. I think you know, offensive line is tough. You know, secondary defensive backs are tough. I think you know, like if you're going to play a lot of man, a corner is probably easier. If you're going to play man, and that's what you're going to do. I mean, but you know, safety position, lining everybody up, doing things. I always thought a guy could come in and rush the passer. You know, and stuff. But quarterbacks is kind of tough. You know, tailback is probably the biggest transition at tailback is pass blocking. That's the biggest. No question.
Gidry, you're going to get your questions. We're going to take a pause.
You see how
we're going to take a pause.
Okay.
I'll say the black man never gets a break, right? We're coming when we come back. Your first step.
I'm next to Matt. I'll save it.
He's laughing, but he's fixing to punch you out.
He's going to tip a barrel at me. 2.5 minute break here at Jack Daniels. We're coming back with Matt Viator. Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Beglis Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels here at Lauberge Casino, getting into some Cowboy football with head coach Matt Viator. I lied. I'm going to ask the question, Guidry. I'm going to shut you down. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Look, one of the things I think Scooter has said, you know, you got kids that's got stars in eyes.
No, you just said
are the ones that are going to be stars. Well, let me say to you, Scooter, when Bill Arnsparger met me for, I know, but just to refer to you right quick, when Bill Arnsparger met me for the first time, you know what he told me?
What?
Son, you're going to be a star.
That's your question. Let's move on. No. Go ahead, hurry up.
Matt, one of the things that I get excited about when I think about the situation you're in right now is that 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, and you've got a quarterback that's mobile. Your defense has got to be saying, we can't play for pass. We got to know what this guy's going to do. Does that give you an advantage to be able to think like that and know that if you've got a guy that athletic? I mean, I keep bringing up Kerry Jones in my mind. I mean, am I close?
No question it can, and what it can do is eliminate some coverages.
Exactly.
That you're going to see, and, you know, most of the time, like when Derek was playing, I mean, we didn't have to, you know, we never faced bracket coverages. We never faced double zones where all five, where the 5 underneath guys turned their back and ran, and, you know, because, I mean, you always have that threat. So, you know, sometimes, you know, but you still got to hit the passes regardless of the coverage. So, because, I mean, you can blitz and force the guy to throw it where he can't run it. So, but no, there's no doubt. I think it limits some things some defenses can do, no question.
All right. Deontay Spencer. If I recall, he led in, what 5 categories, all-purpose yards, receiving, kickoff, punt returns, you name it, he was it. That's a lot of production to replace. He's still got a lot of talent. Yeah. But how is that going to play this year in the back of your mind? How do you replace that kind of production?
I'm hoping, I'm hoping from the wide receiver position that, our guys are older coming up, and then I think, getting Ernest and West back, hopefully healthy. That's Kent Shelby, coming in. Hopefully, Tiger had a great year. Spencer, obviously. And then the other thing that we're hoping for, too, is that I really think that Nate Holmes has a chance as that return guy. He's really fast.
Really fast.
And seemed really comfortable in the spring. He returned both kicks and punts as a true freshman at Arkansas, so within some big venues, and seemed pretty comfortable doing it. So he, Jermaine Antoine, I think coming in from TCU, he'll return. Dominic Hill is a kid that's coming in. So, but we obviously had a lot of production from Spencer, but we're hoping that those guys can come in and fill some of the void.
Yeah. Speaking of big venues, opening the season at Nebraska. I mean, obviously a challenge.
Sure.
Let's put it as lightly as we can. Would you rather open the season and get that over with than have it third or fourth game in the year, or would you rather, go ahead and get that game out of the way and then move on?
Well, there's no question I'd rather be at the first game.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. The problem is it's not Nebraska's first game.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I wish it was there.
Who do they open with? I knew they played.
I forget. I don't even know, but it's going to be their second game. But no, I would much rather play at the first game. We've been watching them all summer. I'm sure they, and so we kind of have a little feel for them. But to me, you get in that first game, and I don't know. You just never know what you're going to get, so to speak. And we've played teams. We probably could have beat North Carolina. I'm not going to say should have, but we definitely could have. And they went on to have a really good football team, but they didn't. I saw them later in the year, and they looked better than they were in that game. I mean, like somebody said, well, wait a minute, we got to, and because they had really good players. They had, Little and Brandon Tate, and Little and Hakeem Nicks, and go down the list. They had them some players now, but it's like they got better. So I'd much rather play them that first game.
Yeah, man. When you look at some of the teams like a Southeastern, what do you think that they're doing that a lot of other teams going to have to jump on board and catch up with? That maybe in years past you said how big of a difference it's been by getting transfers in. Do you see that be a huge factor in the success that you guys can have in being able to get those transfers in?
Well, I think that we took some this year, Kevin, because of the situation I thought we were in. But it'll be hard for us to do that. It just will. I mean, we'll have to, Coach Lauberge came in. They started over. They ran a bunch of guys off, and they kind of did it their way, and give them credit. But I just don't see us doing that. And this year we took some because we had a big recruiting class. So my philosophy is if you have a big recruiting class, then this year we took 6 transfers, but still signed 17 or 18 freshmen. So you have a class. To me, if you have a smaller class and you're going to sign 12, 13, 14 guys and 6 of them are transfers, you're going to lose a class. I mean, and all of a sudden, there's gaps in your program and I don't know. To me, it gets hard. It gets tough to do that. Or you have to make a commitment to do it every single year. That's all you're going to do is recruit transfers, and right now
that's what's going to build your program.
We're not in a position to do that now. Give Southeastern credit because they're doing a fantastic job of doing it that way. But what I point out to people is North Dakota State doesn't do it that way. Villanova doesn't do it that way. You go down the list. Not everybody's doing that, but give them credit because it's worked for them.
Matt Viator, head coach of the McNeese Cowboys, has joined us. They kick in camp on Friday. That's when they open drills. There's going to be some intra-squad scrimmages on some Saturdays coming up, so check the American Press for coverage on that. We'll keep you filled in as well. You're entering your 9th year. Boy, it's been a fast 9th year, huh? 9th year as head coach.
Actually, 8th,
I'm going to give you that other one.
Okay.
I'm going to give that to you.
Full year.
We talked about the quarterback situation. We kind of touched on the running backs. You're solid on offensive line, solid on defensive line. Not so, in camp, you're going to find out about depth. Secondary, I don't know. Aaron Sam is back there, led you in tackles the whole bit. What sector, if you will, that you still have some question marks that you're going to be really focusing in on with your staff over the next 2-3 weeks?
I think the main thing, Coach Guidry, I think Lance is looking for that depth at corner. We're still looking for that because, we lost Guy Morgan last year, who was a really good player. And so looking at that, but, really, to play what we play, and we play nickel every down, we play 5D. You have 5 defensive backs. You have to have depth.
No.
You do.
And you have to be able to play those guys, especially now when, everybody's spread out the whole game.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have to play multiple guys or whatever. So I think the big key is, we have guys that have played. I mean, if you look at the guys, Hamner, Spikes, the guys we're going to have back there. But I think the big key for us is, which it is every year, because once you get into week 7, 8, 9, 10, and you have to have subs because guys are nicked up and they're whatever, you have to have that depth that can cover guys, and that's the biggest key.
Big question always.
Southland Conference Media Days was right here at Lauberge a couple of weeks ago. What was the most interesting thing you heard another coach say that day?
Well, the way the format went, we didn't hear anybody else, because we kind of went to the SEC.
I was at Pebble Beach.
We kind of went to the SEC format or whatever. So to be honest with you, I didn't hear anybody. I mean, I walked in and
a lot of time,
and walked out. But no, it was good though. There's no question we had a record number of media here than what we've ever had. We picked up some San Antonio media.
Yeah.
We had some Houston media, with some of the teams coming in.
Christian.
Yeah. So, but interesting. Media days. I didn't hear anything interesting. Other than just guys excited to get going, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we'll wrap it up because I know we're getting close to end time, and we'll save the last question for Mr. Guidry there because I want to be nice to Kevin.
Thank you
because
so
he's
much.
in a suit,
Oh.
as he always is. Hobbs made mention about Nebraska. Going back to last year, what a win at South Florida. The momentum, the vibe, the energy. Okay, not that we're going to sit here and say it's not going to happen against Pelini at Nebraska, but a much tougher challenge. Thinking about it last year and that big win on the road and how you did it in the fashion, how much did it propel you?
Oh, it was big.
I mean, you ran off like 5, 6 straight wins before you ran into Northern Iowa.
It was huge. I think a lot of question marks about our team going in last year. 4 new starters on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Going on and on and on in terms of
new
that.
Tight end, Jacobs,
no question, and it was it was huge. And stuff. But give our kids a lot of credits. It was a great game. Like you guys were pointing, this is a different animal here.
Yeah.
And this is a, head coach has been there 5 or 6 years. This is a program, and and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, it's going to be, we're excited about it. It's going to be fun, regardless of what happens, and our kids enjoy it.
But there could be some dividends. There could be some dividends that can be.
No question.
Okay.
Oh, no doubt. And just the opportunity. I don't know. Whether you're at Nebraska or. The next year we open at LSU, and this is just a great opportunity for these kids, and they love it. They love an opportunity to, to get out there and play with the big boys and see what they got, and I don't know, we're gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah. All right, Kevin.
Man, I think anytime you can jump on the stage and play with these type guys, I think that's a credit to your organization. Because you're doing something a lot of teams can't do, but you've got the opportunity to do. So, I guess the biggest thing this year, Coach, and we talked about it in years past, is that the fact of keeping your guys healthy. And I know we've talked about it a great deal. And it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But like you said, depth, what is the one position you think that you've got to probably have guys probably the healthiest at out of any other position on your team? What's the one position?
Offensive line, without a doubt. So, but we're fortunate last year, to not be depleted there, and those guys kind of stayed. But to me, you can ask any Southland coach, and they'll tell you that with the limited numbers and at FCS 63 scholarships or whatever, you just aren't stockpiled with linemen, and you feel like you can bring in another skill guy or two maybe here and there, but those linemen are really hard to find, and the ones we have I really like, but we just don't have a barn full of them.
Yeah. Well, it all cranks up on Friday when the Cowboys open August drills, getting ready for the 2014 season. They open up with Nebraska at Lincoln, 11 a.m. kickoff. And
it is,
11 a.m. kickoff early morning. So
be home for dinner.
Yeah, there you go. Matt Viator, he's in a good mood. Hopefully that mood
Matt's going to surprise you. Matt's going to surprise you. Mark my
word.
We
appreciate it, Matt. Good luck. We'll be talking to you later on in the week. A short break. We're coming right back to Jack Daniels. Stay right here.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Gold. It's the color of quality, the color of taste, the color of a true Pilsner. Let your eyes drink it in. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Casio is my choice.
Dr. Brent Casio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Casio is the official sports medicine physician of Soundoff 60.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our two stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
Dig in. Because after a few icy seconds, you'll discover the light beer brewed for 21 days. And that's time well spent. When you want a real light beer, it's Miller time.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels. Want to remind you, Party by the Pool, still cranking, still hot. It will be hot this Thursday. The Molly Ring Walls on stage, a big concert.
That's Scooter's group.
Yep, that's Scooter's group.
That's Scooter's group.
On stage. He's going to be singing.
Oh, he's going to be backstage and everything.
Oh, backstage.
He's going to be backstage, has passes, everything. He's
Molly
good to go.
Ring Walls also coming up August 30th. Mark it down. That would be in and around Labor Day weekend, right?
Yes.
Martina McBride,
Yes.
big country star Martina McBride is going to be in the Special Event Center,
concert.
big concert on August 30th.
Tickets
we
are
say
on
this
sale
a lot.
now.
Get your tickets.
No, they're on sale now,
McBride
Rick,
will sell out, okay?
She's got a big
let
turnout.
You know that. Get them now. All right, many thanks to Matt Viator to talk about the 2014 McNeese Cowboys. Some question marks. Kevin, you've already got Daniel Sams marked in as starter. I mean, it was clearly, I'm surprised Matt didn't interrupt you and said, look, I got Tyler Bolfing out there, and I got Briscoe.
Kevin must have just melted in the face of mobile quarterbacks because he thinks that's the only thing that's important in football.
It strikes fear. I shouldn't say fear, but having to worry about somebody trying to catch that guy, and you've got to cover that guy for 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, and you at 1,007.
Yeah.
That can give you headaches.
All right, let me throw this out
at you.
That
can give you headaches.
How many Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls did? And stay with me now. How many?
I know where you're going with this. Don't even go there. I know where you're going with this.
How many Super Bowls did Fran Tarkenton win? Let's come on, just rapid fire. How many Super Bowls did Fran Tarkenton win?
None.
0. How many Super Bowls?
He was a mobile. I know where you're going because he was a
How
mobile
many
quarterback.
Super Bowls did Randall Cunningham win?
None. He was a mobile quarterback.
How many Super Bowls did Donovan McNabb win?
None. He was a mobile quarterback.
Yes, he was. Michael Vick.
None. He's a mobile quarterback.
Okay. I can go on.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Russell Wilson. Boom. Boom. No, dude. No. Scooter, help me on this.
You got everybody in the bar looking at us.
Help me on this. What? No, I cannot accept that. No. Russell Wilson.
Mobile. No, he's not a running quarterback.
5'11". He's not a pocket quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't say he's a running quarterback.
He's a mobile quarterback.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, I gave you like.
Gotta fight for what I want,
10.
man.
You gave me 1.
Really good, Steve Young.
Thank you.
John Elway.
John
Elway was fairly mobile.
Wait a minute, no, Scooter's got a point.
He could run a little bit.
Steve Young?
But Steve Young
That's what he did.
Steve Young could move. He could move.
Steve Young has made some of the greatest runs in NFL history.
No doubt about it.
Let's move on. I still stand my ground.
No.
All right, gentlemen. All right.
Gotcha.
Now that we're on, let's stay on the NFL for a second. Let's talk about the New Orleans Saints. One of the things that you hear coming, and if you hear anything, what a change. I mean, what was Jackson, Mississippi, Thibodeau, Hammond, Metairie. And now they're at Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia. I mean, my God. But one of the things you keep hearing about.
A little different when y'all used to practice on asphalt.
Oh, man. Brandon Cooks.
In Greeley, Colorado.
Dusty asphalt.
In Greeley, Colorado.
Brandon Cooks, electric, special, speed,
that's what they say.
go-to guy.
They like him. They like him.
Not big, 5'11",
no,
190,
but they like him.
But boy, he's like.
But they like him. Yeah, they've made comments about him. They love this kid.
Is he needed?
No, that's no
I
doubt,
think
Rick.
he is.
I
think
think
he
so.
is for this.
There is no doubt.
Offense. He's needed.
I mean, you lose Sproles. I mean, you got to replace that.
Here
You
we
got to
go
do
again
something.
with the losing
I'm just
Sproles.
saying, Rick.
Well, I'm with you about Sproles.
Do you figure how important Sproles was? You said that his productivity fell off on third down. Okay, it may have. But, Rick, when you look at his productivity on special teams, Rick, that kept the Saints in games, honestly.
You're overblowing it. You're overblowing it. But
you're being rough tonight, Rick. Come on now.
Look, think about it in totality, okay? Think about the Saints offense last year. They threw for nearly 5,200 yards. They had 37 touchdowns, okay?
I give you that.
They didn't score that many points. I can't remember off the top of my head what their average. I remember games, guys, they struggled to score. The defense kept them in games, believe it or not.
And you're right. And I can agree.
And
I can agree to that.
This offense needs a jolt. And I'm not saying Cooks is going to be the complete jolt, because I like Kyrie Robinson and the weapons and Graham and Colston and whoever. But they need it. They were smart to take him in the first round.
I think they were. And they knew what the needs were.
Yeah, I won't argue that.
But who else on your roster that you can look at right now if you don't take Cook that's going to replace Sproles? I can't think of anybody.
Well, look, he can do the flare out. He can do some things that Sproles
He can make
did
you miss. He can make you miss
in
space.
In space.
He can make
he's not
you
a
miss.
running back, so he's not.
No, he's not a running back.
But Sproles really wasn't a running back per se. He every now and then would get a handoff, guys. But let's not overplay this, okay?
Okay.
Let's not overplay this. But I agree with you. Yes, some of that production is going to go to Cooks in space and how Peyton's going to utilize him.
It has to.
But
Saints are the only team that's not going to want to break training camp.
You're right.
Not at the Greenbrier.
You're right.
They got tea times booked through the end of the month.
Look, it's cool.
62, 65.
Conservation of the legs. I don't know. I mean,
well, I'm with them on the cool because I think that's way overrated to work out in the heat.
Yeah. The motivation, and maybe changing up a little something different.
Yeah.
A little something different. Look, Breeze is Breeze. All right, he's 35. You know, he sat out the scrimmage. He's strong, in great shape. You know what they did with Rob Ryan's defense? They got some Vaqueros back, hitting people strong.
Breeze
Keenan
now
Lewis
says he's going to play till he's 45.
Yeah.
So
I'm all for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Okay, Scooter.
And he's expecting his
Scooter.
fourth child.
Okay.
His fourth, and now it's a girl. By the way, if you haven't heard that, it's going to be
a
girl. He's got 3 boys, and now he's going to get the girls. Yeah, for number 4. Yeah. So anyway, all right, we'll take a pause.
He's not playing till he's 45.
Well, LSU's coming up next. We've covered a lot of McNeese. We got to sink our teeth into the LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
First one was today on Monday.
First is today.
And then Kent will continue. We'll get into some of the serious questions around the Bayou Bengals when we return in about 2 to Jack Daniels. Come right back.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our 2 stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Do not forget, coming up Thursday, pool party out by the big pools, Lazy River. It's the Molly Ringwalls, also special event concert. Labor Day weekend, August 30th at Martina McBride.
Pick up your tickets at Legend or the Business Center. They are available now.
Yes, sir. Before we get to the LSU Tigers, South Lake Charles Little League won today, newspaper board, blew out Oklahoma, and now they have to wait for the Monday night game to decide their fate between Texas East and Texas West.
Yeah, they need Texas
both are good.
East to win.
East to win, yeah.
Which has already beaten them in a tough game. I think they lost 6-4.
If not, it comes down to run differential, which I don't understand.
I don't get that.
And And it's to play pool play to guarantee them 3 teams. Well, these teams have played for a good while already. Just have you a double elimination tournament and go.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. I don't get the pools.
Coming down. I mean, you beat a team 15-1, and they really needed to beat them 28-1 or something.
What are you going to do? Embarrass the kids? I don't.
There's obviously a weak team up there that everybody beat to hell.
I agree. Anyway, congratulations so far. For the South Lake Charles Little League. Head coach Scott Mesh has them on the brink. We'll see, Kevin. We'll see later on in the week. We'll cover it on next week's show.
Good luck to those little guys.
LSU Tigers, they open up at Reliant with Wisconsin. A tough Wisconsin team, okay? This is not a
all right. They're not dead.
Come on, Kevin.
These neutral site games to open a season, LSU's done well.
Done very well.
They've never lost one.
That's right.
For one thing. So,
you would know.
But this, considering the LSU team, that Oregon had to be the toughest.
It was, Scooter. That was a good game, though.
Yeah,
but
that was a good game.
But that was a lot better. That was a lot more. Put it this way: it was a lot more experienced LSU team.
Right.
They had gone through all the bar fight.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah, that you figured would split the team apart. But probably Miles' best coaching job that he didn't.
Yeah.
But that was a better team on paper than this team.
Right.
So this team's going to have a bigger chance.
Kevin, honestly, come on. Straight from the hip.
We said this a year ago. Everybody touted TCU. Watch those horn toes. Right. They are good. Whatever.
You are so jaded.
Look, LSU Tigers always seem to show up at the right time. And I'm telling you, Scooter can tell you, guys,
don't put words in my mouth.
LSU will surprise some people this year.
No, I didn't say that.
With the talent that they've got.
Wait, who's saying that? You or him?
I'm saying it. Scooter,
He's your
Scooter can back me if you want to.
I didn't say that.
LSU will surprise some people with what Miles is going to put on the field.
That leads me to my question, Kevin. Honestly, is LSU, as it sits here now, would you rate them in the top 15 in the country?
You better. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Really?
Why wouldn't you?
Just see, I would think right at. I mean, there's a lot of talent there. I would say 15 is about right.
I'm thinking more between 15 and 20.
I know where you're going with this.
If they shock me and get really good quarterback play,
that's
they're
exactly.
immediately in the top 10.
That's my issue.
Well, look. Nick Saban has got to go through the same problem that we're having
right now at
LSU. I know that, but they've got a lot more
Alabama
credibility.
doesn't need a quarterback.
I know that.
Alabama never has a quarterback.
And you're right.
Scooter's right. Every quarterback Alabama's had over the last 20 years.
You just got to put somebody in there, Rick.
Was the same guy.
The system makes him great.
Same guy wearing a different number.
I agree with Scooter all the way. No.
But Alabama doesn't need
a quarterback. LSU needs a quarterback.
Doesn't need a quarterback.
Exactly. When are you going to figure that out, Rick? When are you going to figure that out?
I got this one.
Thank you, Scooter.
God. Alabama just needs a game manager.
That's all.
LSU needs a little more than that.
Okay.
I totally agree with you, Scooter.
That's my point.
Totally agree with you.
That's my point. They got 2 young guys, and Foster, who hadn't played football in like 10 years. Yeah. Look, and then you want to put him in the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Big question at quarterback.
I understand that, Rick. But like Scooter say, with some effective quarterback play, LSU's going to be there.
All right.
But not only you got an inexperienced quarterback, you got an inexperienced wide receiver.
Yes.
Big.
You know?
Now you do have a veteran
running back.
On paper, probably the best offensive line in the SEC on paper.
Okay.
You know, let's see how it plays out.
And I would say at running back position, you're going to be pretty stout at running back position also.
Well, if you're buying the hype.
Both you guys said before we left for summer break that you thought this LSU defense could start off better or be better than last year, even though you said that they weren't as bad as I thought they were. At times, they looked pretty weak.
At times they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think their defense, start to finish, will be better.
Okay. Yeah. For obvious reasons.
I mean, they had their hiccups last year.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of games they gave up a lot of points. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I think they will be better this year.
All right. I'm still in summer mode, but this is the second year for Cam Cameron. Am I not? Am I losing a year? It's the second year for Cam Cameron, the offensive coordinator. Now, how will that translate? Second year, maybe the playbook expands a little bit. Maybe
well,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's got to be a totally different playbook.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you don't have
Zach
Good
point.
You really almost have
and
two
for all
freshmen.
your love of mobile quarterbacks, would you rather have Zach Mettenberger back for one
Ooh,
more
that's
year?
a good question.
Would. Experience, Scooter. You can't take that. You
Okay,
can't take that, Scooter. And I mean, I never had nothing against Zach.
Oh, I know you didn't. I'll give you that.
I met Zach. Zach's okay. Zach wears his hands backwards. I'm okay with that. Quarterbacks that do that, I'm okay with that.
So you take the stick man.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm just checking.
But look, the point that Scooter brought up, I don't think the playbook gets bigger. I think it gets simpler.
Well, number one, but my point, though, my point, as Scooter will tell you, was it's probably a totally different playbook anyway, so it's not like the second year of this playbook.
Right.
I mean, there's different skill sets at quarterback.
Right. I'm just saying he's, knows the system, knows the players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to improve.
I mean, they obviously didn't put it in for the Outback Bowl because they had Anthony Jennings running Zach Mettenberger plays in the Outback Bowl.
You challenged Viator about what came out of the Southland Conference Media Days. What came out, if anything, of the SEC Media Days? I mean, Alabama's number 2 in the country. We all know that and all that thing.
It was a love fest for the SEC Network, which, by the way, we learned today Suddenlink will have. Steve Spurrier was good. Miles put on one of his best performances. I wrote all about it when I was up there. The Miles family vacation to Austin was a good story. Spurrier got his digs in. I thought the talk
I don't hear much about Gus Malzahn with Auburn. Number 2 in the country, play for the national championship.
Yeah.
It's boring.
He is. Scooter's right. He is boring.
I thought there would be more of a little, because see, the job of the media there is to stir crap up. There's nothing going on. So you got to stir stuff up.
Nobody stirred Nick Saban up?
Not really, but we tried to get the old school coaches against the up-tempo coaches. And couldn't really get anybody to bite. So we failed there.
That's okay.
Good
That's all right.
All right, we're about to go to our last break and welcome in Harold McReynolds quickly. 8 seconds. Pebble Beach, the Mecca.
What? I mean,
I feel very lucky. I mean,
I bet you do.
I tell you what, I've been obsessed with that course. And I had seen it before 8-9 years ago. And to actually get to play it was truly the highlight of my golf life.
Great piece in Sunday's
highlight
paper.
of my golf life.
Good for you,
And
Scott.
I actually had fun right now.
Good for you.
All right, and as we go to break.
I could have filled the paper up with it.
I'm sure.
And I will say this, if you read the story, pictures don't do that place justice.
I can imagine.
Really?
I can imagine.
Particularly pictures that I take.
Mr. Guidry ran into local golf pro Neil Derwin, and he caught a replay. I think it was 1984-85, you against Vanderbilt. He wanted me to bring this up. What's with the spearing call against Vanderbilt? He knows that you're anti-Vanderbilt. You think they don't belong in the SEC. But he's telling me, I ran into him, he says, I'm watching Classic against LSU Vanderbilt, and you get flagged numerous times for
I didn't even know it was a rule then.
Spearing, roughing of the play, everything.
I guess
flags left and right.
What I want to know is how did the LSU Vanderbilt game get on Classic?
I don't know. As we go to break, he's speechless. I don't know. Guilty as charged. Harold McReynolds, Tournament of Stars coming up
Hate
next.
those bands. I hate them, man. God.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort.
Hi, we're the Tarvers. Southwest Louisiana has been our home for all of our 30 years, and we're proud to have been born and raised in this community. We're also proud to continue the family tradition of serving the area with honesty, integrity, and Southern hospitality. And between our 2 stores, we have 150 employees who share those same values. If you already buy or service your vehicles with us, we'd like to say thank you. And if not, whether you're in the market for an import or a domestic, or you're interested in a career as part of our team, we'd like to invite you to come see what a car buying experience is supposed to be like at Lake Charles Toyota and Tarver Ford.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time of the year.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Cassio is my choice.
Dr. Brett Cassio is fellowship trained and board certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. He has the tools, techniques, and experience to get athletes back on the field of play. Call 337-494-4900.
Dr. Brent Cassio is the official sports medicine physician of Sound Off 60.
What is it about Luxair cooling products that deliver the comfort you've been wishing for? Is it their energy-saving performance? Those super cozy moments with loved ones? Or perhaps it's that great feeling you get in helping those wishing for a little comfort of their own. For over a decade, we've been helping deliver hope, strength, and joy to Make-A-Wish children and families at a time when they need it most. Find out how Luxair home comfort products will make you feel really good this season. Luxair, the comfort you've been wishing for.
Welcome back to Jack Daniels. We normally have the lovely ladies of Lauberge in this segment, but we instead have the equally lovely Harold McReynolds. Why don't you show us some leg there? Why don't you show Kevin some leg
Why are you doing that to Harold? Why are you doing that to Harold? Come on,
wow,
now,
that's
Ricky.
a strange segue.
Kevin will tell you.
Harold McReynolds, we appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Founder, director, 20th year for the Tournament of Stars coming up this weekend. It's been, I don't know, like, you're a busy guy. It's been about
doing that for a while, Harold.
It's deals as old as I am.
Oh, it's old as the show, but you hadn't been here in like 3 or 4 years.
I know.
I know. We've been having your other guys coming on the show talk about tournament starts, so we appreciate you coming in. Again, a lot of basketball. Give us the lineup. Give us a quick rundown of what's going on and where.
Well, this weekend, one new thing we're having a parade. We're having a back-to-school parade. It's going to be Friday night, and we're going to line up at McNeese Football Stadium at 5 o'clock, and then we're going to go down to Barb Baseball Stadium. But the parade kicks off at 6:30. So that's Friday, this Friday coming. And then Saturday, we start the Pro-Am. But we got a high school division and a middle school division. Then we have, of course, the Pro-Am men and women. It kicks off at 9 a.m. at Barb and St. Louis and LaGrange and at Ward 3. On the Power Center. And then all the championship games, quarterfinal championship games of high school, middle school, and the Pro-Am is going to be at the Civic Center on Sunday.
Didn't change that venue.
No.
Yeah.
Harold, take us back to, you talk about milestones. How did this whole thing get started? And did you foresee it being around 20 years from
now? No. Didn't see it. It got started, a friend of mine named Floyd Guerra, he's deceased now. He and I, we used to travel around and play tournaments like this. Back then a big tournament was like 10 teams, 8 teams at the most. So we just looked for tournaments to go to. So we decided, man, let's give our own tournament. So we started out at Washington, Maryland, and back in '94, and we just had like 6 teams, and 2 of the teams were women teams of the 6. So we played them all together. So we started off small. So about 3 or 4 years after that, I decided to look. My father died of cancer in 1991. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, you guys know, but. My father was a guy who always put in teenagers, raised kids, even if it was just me and my brother, but we had hundreds of kids come through over the years. They'll stay a week, they'll stay months, even stay years, and even got them jobs when they were older. So I decided to dedicate, about 1998, decided to dedicate something to him. So that's when I started the scholarship fund, and that's kind of gave me a purpose to do this. Now, what I know is going to grow into a thing, actually it's the largest program of its kind in the country.
Yeah.
And we're actually trying to get the teams down, because we used to get 60, 70 teams. We don't want 67 teams anymore. Yeah. But Pro-Am, that's huge. A huge Pro-Am is like 26 teams is huge if you go around the country and do them. But we average about 30, 40. And so we kind of want to keep that 30-ish number so we can maintain it and won't be so heavy on our volunteers as much. But no, I didn't know it was going to grow that much, but we got a purpose behind it. Yeah. But it's known as a competitive, you talk to those guys in the South, they say, man, that tournament in Lake Charles is the most competitive round in the country. So
it is.
So it's grown like that, and we like it, and the guys come out here, and Lake Charles like a diamond in the rough. And a lot of these guys, they haven't heard of Lake Charles, so they came this way.
Yeah.
And these guys like it, so.
And Harold, one of the things I know we talk a lot about is we know the big finale is the basketball tournament and all that stuff. But the one thing that I was most impressed with that I had a chance to be a part of was last Saturday was the scholarship bruncheon that you gave. I mean, you're changing young kids' lives here that may not have financial aid to go to college, that you're giving them scholarships.
And that's what it's all about. And I appreciate you being a celebrity.
Yeah, yeah.
Celebrity service.
I did a pretty good job, too.
Yeah.
I did a good job. I was a celebrity.
Celebrity who?
Server.
You're a celebrity?
I served, yes. I am a local celebrity. Yes, I am, Mr. Hobbs. And I mean,
doubted that?
Tell him, Rick, he doubted that? Don't have me call Bill Onsparker to justify that.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, but that's what it's all about.
Yes.
You know, last weekend, we honored those 13 recipients of the scholarship fund, and we had celebrity service. So we decided not to honor, you know, Scooter or Kevin.
Yeah.
We want to honor those kids and congratulate them for going to school. Sure. So we started that last year, and it was a kind of big hit. And this year we did a brunch for them, and a lot of celebrities came in. They served those kids and their parents. Man, it was great. So we're going to continue doing that.
Great
but that was the first phase of it. And I mean, we put it all on a big screen.
That was great.
And, yeah, but it was a good deal. So we enjoy that. So that's what started everything. Then I'm dressed right now. I'm just finishing up the golf tournament. And so that's the second phase of it. Then, of course, the other phase of the basketball this weekend.
Harold McReynolds, a former player for the McNeese Cowboy basketball team, been entrenched in the local community for a long, long time through work and your endeavors and the Tournament of Stars. I want to cover two things before we run out of time. First off, you have a lot of NBA, former NBA, and current NBA guys come in and play. Everybody has probably heard of or seen the Paul George of the Indianapolis Pacers, who's playing for the USA international team, and the horrific injury suffered during an intra-squad scrimmage, a compound fracture. He's going to be out for a year or longer. How do you, in the process, keep that from happening if you can? Do the guys come in here and play 100% full bore, or do they throttle it back to avoid injury?
Well, you know that kind of injury, I'm sure it plays a part of some of these guys' mind who may come in and play in an event such as this, especially since that happened. But when the guys come out and play and they decide that's what they're going to do, they don't hold back. I don't know if you've ever been to the games before. They go all out.
Yeah.
Because they want to win it, and it's something special to them, and they don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And these guys who play against them want to embarrass them because they think they're just as good as they are, whatever. But if they get on the court, I don't think they hold back. Now, because that happened, it may be some people who may normally come. They may want to say, hey, look, I might not want to come this time because of
Well, let me close with this. You guys are of a similar generation. Obviously, I would be remiss in not recognizing the passing of a great guy in Bobby Dower. The managing editor for the American Press passed away recently, lost his very short bout with cancer. Kevin, he probably covered you in sports when he was a sports editor. He probably covered you at the time when he was sports editor.
Both graduates of the High.
The High.
So,
Wildcats. Both of us are Wildcats.
A very personal loss.
Yes.
A strong, a good friend of you, Hobbs. I didn't know Bobby that well, but I respect what he did, and just a great guy. I really wanted to recognize Bobby Dower. And
great guy.
Here because you're entrenched in the community, and he was as well. Quick memory of Bobby Dower.
I'll tell you, Bobby, he's a guy that treated me personally the same as I was a player as an adult. Yeah. And I look at that. Some people treat you differently as a player. When you're playing, we treat you a different way. Bobby was the same way. And actually, Bobby did a big story on us last year. He just called me at the blue. I was working, and he did a huge story on us. And he was just
did the Sunday talk.
The Sunday talk. Yeah. He just talked to me, and he was the same guy. And I tell you what, I was shocked and hurt that happened. Because you can't ask for a better guy. But he was the same way from the time I was 18 years old. So I'm 54 now. The same generous, kind guy. Yeah. That always been, and it's really going to hurt this community, really.
Yeah.
And I really missed him.
But real quick, Rick, I actually met Bobby through Scooter. I went there one day to actually do something with Scooter years back. And Bobby always made me as a person seem larger than life. He just said, Kevin, remember those Wildcat days? I mean, you know those days. So Bobby will be missed.
Bobby's a great guy, but it doesn't take much to make you feel larger than life.
I don't want to put you on the spot. You did a great memory piece, a memorial piece on Bobby Dower. Yeah. I did want to spend some time on it because he was a great guy for the community and a great writer and a great colleague of the American Press. And I guess I don't want to put you on the spot, but you said it, I guess, best, a great loss. That's really, it's, you know. And you guys have suffered a lot of losses down there. So anyway, Harold, we appreciate it. Tournament of Stars coming back for the 20th year this weekend. Keep it going. Great work. You are continuing the legacy of a Bobby Dower with the work that you're doing. All right, we're out of time. Great show, guys. We'll do it again in another 7 days right here at Jack Daniels at Lauberge Casino. Until then, have a great sports week, everybody.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at Lauberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights, 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.